Hi, does your personal power seem scary to you? Let's dive into this. Hi, I'm Paola Ranova, founder of Ranova Enterprises and creator of the Cardinal Method of Life Connection. And today we're going to talk about personal power and how your personal power is not evil, regardless of what culture may have planted in your brain and regardless of what you feel about your power. So, the first thing I want to say is that your personal power is there for you, and it's being used in ways that may be unconscious or subconscious or semi conscious. So, let me explain a little bit how this works. I'm going to tell you a story in which I was a compulsive helper. So before I understood the dimensions and the power of personal power, the strength and the potency of personal power, I would unconsciously use all my power to help others, to nurture other people. So when I started my energy healing career, I needed to practice before I became a professional, right? So I would give energy healing sessions to everybody that I knew. I would offer them for free for my training and in exchange for their feedback to see and to caliber and to really measure how well I was doing. But it was also a way to help people with something I knew was extremely effective and extremely powerful, which is energy healing. So I would give about from between 8 to 12 sessions nonstop every day, present and distance. So what happened is that I kind of got a reputation of the professional savior because since I wasn't charging in the very beginning, that was in 2014, people began asking me to pray for them, to give them sessions, to send them sessions every time they had an emergency or something was going on. They would ask me to send them something, send them a distant healing, especially distance healing. And I would do it. I would do it thoughtlessly, compulsively, because I felt if they're asking, it's my job to help them. It's my job to do something and deliver. I have the tools and techniques and they don't, they need help and blah, blah, blah. It took me a while to realize that I was again falling prey to my subconscious autopilot mechanisms of being a nurturer and giving more than I received. Because even after I established my practice, I became certified in the modalities. The Cardinal Method really took off. I had a database, a solid database that really proved that this was a very powerful system. I kept on jumping in to other people's emergencies without charging. So I was feeling kind of abused in a way. And once there was a hurricane here in Florida. You guys know that that's kind of typical, right? Hurricane season here. So since I've moved here, it's been 6 years. I've been connected to 3 hurricanes, and I will shoot a video about my hurricane stories because they're really powerful and really help us understand soul healing too. That will be in another video. But once, it was 2017, a hurricane was coming to Florida. When we were preparing, we decided not to leave our home. So we were preparing our home, preparing to stay throughout the hurricane. And it's a real endeavor. It's really, something you have to dedicate yourself to and focus. And one of the people that I would send distance sessions to, that was part of my database, but even after I finished my study, that person kept asking for sessions. I was in the middle of, it was the day the hurricane was going to hit, and this person sent me a message and said, I'm really going through so much turmoil. I don't feel well. Please send me a distance session. And I said, you know what? I have to set the healthy boundaries. There's a reason why there's a healthy boundaries inner child practice in the Cardinal Method. It has been my soul story too. It's been my journey. So I had to tell her, listen, there are boundaries that I need to set, and I cannot help you right now. I'm in the middle of a calamity. It's a hurricane that's happening where I am. So I'm sure what I'm going through is at least as intense as what you're going through. And if only you have the tools to help yourself. And it's easy. You should take a course. You should, educate yourself with energy healing, because this is a very talented person that I know is a beautiful healer if this person decides to pursue it. But then the two excuses, and now we're going to really talk about personal power. The two excuses that don't allow you to tap into your personal power that seem very convincing are time and money. So this specific person had these two up her sleeve, and that's what everybody tells me too. Whenever they don't want to pursue their powers, they will say, I don't have the time to take a course, to educate myself, to open a business, to market my business, whatever it is, or I don't have the finances. I have to break it to you. These two excuses, time and money, are excuses for not owning your power, because if it really were a priority for you, you would make the time and you would make the money. Not kidding when I say this. Whenever we want to do something and pursue something, for instance, I really needed to write the Cardinal Method book. It was supposed to be one book. It turned out to be two. There's a third one coming. And I carved out the time. I did not stop my practice. I did not stop seeing clients. I was parenting a teenager. I had a husband. I had a home to take care of, and I carved out the time. I'm not saying that I'm Superwoman. I'm saying that I followed the examples of women who owned their power, because I had all the excuses in the world to say, the book can wait. I have other priorities here. Some people will tell me, I can't go to Constellations because it's on a Saturday morning and I don't have anyone to leave the kids with. Listen, I have so many people who have been coming here for years, once a month on a Saturday morning, who have children. They find a babysitter. The husband stays with the kids. Don't fool yourself with excuses that are actually your fear of owning your power. I am not kidding when I say this. And I want you to just close your eyes and take a deep breath right now and ask yourself, what do you want to pursue that you don't allow yourself to pursue with the excuses of time and money? Those are excuses. They're always excuses. There are no exceptions to that. I have to be honest with you. So to empower yourself, you must make a decision to own your power, then you'll find the time, and then you will find the money. The finances will come. I tell people, sometimes they say, I can't afford a Cardinal Method journey with you or even a session with you. And I said, you can if you just save a little bit every month. That means you're committed to yourself, and it's going to be very empowering to save up, to give yourself the treatment of the soul healing that you so deeply need. It's an act of self-love. It just depends on how you organize your priorities and what you really want to pursue. So what stops you from owning your power? What stops you from carving the time and creating the finances to pursue whatever it is that you can own, the special personal power that you have? What is it that blocks you? What do you think blocks you? I have to say, it's not because you're lazy about yourself. It's not because you're lazy about the soul. We procrastinate soul healing more than anything else. Sometimes we procrastinate this for lifetimes. And then we need to reincarnate again and again and again to have the guts to pursue knowing about our inner world and knowing ourselves. So it's not about lazy, it's about fear. It's about feeling scared of what you might find. So Marianne Williamson is the one who says this. We are much more afraid of our power than we are of our weaknesses. It's easier to own our weaknesses than to own our power. Because we are on some level, and this is not the only reason, but we are on some level conditioned to play small, to be less than we were born to be. It takes effort to own your power only because we have to fight against the currents of our cultural belief systems. So the first thing you need to do is understand that we all are scared of owning our power. And the reason we're scared of it is because we think that power is evil. We mistake personal power with power over other people. But very few people in the world, as Deepak Chopra would say, only the chosen few have power over others. Most people, I mean everybody, has power over self. All the choices you make daily to either not work out or work out, to either eat healthy or eat unhealthy, to either watch TV or have a good night's sleep, those are choices you make with your personal power. And you can use your personal power for self-development and for expansion and for joy and well-being. You're not going to offend people with your power. Personal power is not evil. And that's the catch here, when you own your power, everyone benefits. You're going to be healthier and happier for your children. You're going to be strong for your community. You're going to be able to lead by example. And none of these things happen when you're playing small, when you don't own your power. So honestly, just take a look at yourself and think, do I own my personal power? You have more than one set of skills or a set of talents. Your personal power encompasses a lot of aspects of your being. It encompasses your talents, it encompasses the skills you were trained at, and it encompasses your actions. Are you manifesting those trainings, those skills, those talents? Or are they just hidden potentials that neither you or other people around you are benefiting from? Just think, your personal power was given to you so that you could benefit others with it. So it's the opposite of evil. Your personal power empowers others. Your personal power helps other people heal, helps other people get what they want. If you're a cook, for example, you can make wonderful meals for other people. Your talents are not yours. They belong to humanity. They are humanity's assets, so to speak. So they're given to you so you could give them to humanity. And what I see here, sadly, is a lot of people who don't own their power, and therefore they are keeping humanity from benefiting from everything they have to offer. Now, the big question is, why are we so scared of our power? Why does it make us chill? Why does it make us just freeze and stop in our tracks? And also, once we start owning our power, our fear coexists with that action. So it's kind of common to see ourselves, and myself included, to accelerate and put the foot on the brake. Accelerate and put the foot on the brake. So why do we do that? Why does our fear stop us? And we can really be gentle with ourselves and keep going as we own our power, little by little, more and more. But ask yourself, why do I not own it? Why am I so scared? Why do you think you're scared of your power? I said one reason, social conditioning. Our cultures tend not to tell us to embrace our power. Our culture may encourage us to be workaholics, but that's not owning your power at all. That's actually depleting you from owning your power, because if you don't rest enough and if you don't live life in your own terms, which workaholics never do, workaholics are an autopilot, and if you think that's personal power, I have to break it to you, it's not true, you're wrong. Personal power is bringing the best of life to the world, bringing the best of who you are to other people in a natural, healthy way, not overworking yourself, not tiring yourself, not depleting yourself. That's not personal power at all. Personal power is taking action. It is being productive, but it's also self-care. It's also your health. It's also your sleep, your diet, and your movement routine, and all of those things. And living in joy as well, doing what you love and really owning all of that. But the reason why we are scared of allowing our lights to shine is that we have a very distorted idea of power. So, again, I have to say this to you. Your power is your ability to create, to manifest what you want in the world. It's a manifested intention, right? So, if you change the world without an intention, if you do something by mistake, you may manifest something you don't want. That's not power. Power includes your intention and the manifestation of that intention. And if you have a pure-hearted intention, if you have an intention to help others and to help others heal themselves, that's a beautiful thing. So power is a neutral ability. It isn't evil. The more powerful you become in terms of personal power, of shining your light, offering what you have to the world, the more you will feel accomplished and happy with yourself and everyone else around you too. Don't think that you're going to piss people off because you're shining your light. That's another thing that I hear, especially from women. They say, if I shine, so and so is going to be upset. I have unhappy family members. My mother is an unhappy person. I have sisters-in-law, I have cousins, and they don't like it when I shine. And, or friends, quote, right? Because your friend wants you to shine. A true friend wants you to be happy and beautiful and shining bright. If your friend is going to envy your personal power, you're not in the right circle of friends. So again, it's about filtering and purifying the environments and the social circles that you put yourself in. If you're surrounded by people who are not going to encourage you and cherish your personal power, you need to be around healthier people, emotionally healthier people. And if these are family members, they need emotional healing, and this is not about judging. But I will tell you, choose yourself when it comes to your personal power. When I mean yourself, I mean self with a capital S. Your higher self, your beautiful spiritual energy that is in this world to help the world, to contribute to the world and to humanity. So if you're close family members, people close to you, don't get that, have a toxic mindset, need emotional healing, take a deep breath, honor them, respect them, but shine your light and find your path and go your own way and find healthier people to be around your life, your circle, your environment. All right? So this is what I wanted to share with you today. I hope it was clear. I hope it was useful. I hope it was helpful and especially inspiring for you to own your power, understand that your personal power is not evil. Understand that whenever you procrastinate, it's not about being lazy. It's about being scared of your power because of social conditioning and because of whatever it is that your immediate surroundings scare you of. But I encourage you to hold your heart, allow your heart to guide your personal power and give that beautiful gift to the world. That's why you were born. That's one of the reasons why you're here. And we can't wait to see you shining. Thank you so much for being here. If you know anyone who will benefit from this content, please share this video, and I will see you soon. Bye-bye.